So if you listen to any red pill content, mainly the three main ones that I go to are Coach Greg Adams, Donovan Sharpe, and Better Bachelor, which his name is Joker. And all three of them have touched upon or elaborated in extensive detail on how females respond when the Barbarian is at the door. So up until this coronavirus, American living was at an all-time high of just intellectual blab. And there was so much going right about our economy. We were doing so well that there was room for that intellectual blab. The Barbarian is basically, it's the Barbarian at the gate. It's when something serious, something real comes along. And just like our body shuts down non-essential functions when we are in fight or flight mode, or when we need to fight off a virus, or when you feel stressed, the body does the same thing. Well, in society, we do the same thing. We start shutting down things that aren't essential. And all of that blab, all the feminist bullshit, all of the entitlement from millennial females and Gen Z females, that's all going to shit. All this, I'm independent, I don't need no man, I'm a strong, independent woman, I don't need no man, is literally, factually, get on your social media, start looking at the numbers. It's coming out. People are starting to say, well, maybe I do need a man, but I'm just here for some loose change, and just tell me the rules of the game so I can submit, and can you pay same day? That's literally something someone said on social media. And I have been hit by that. I had a girl that I dated after I parted ways with my son's mom. And long story short, I was a simp. I put her on a pedestal. She played me. She was a good-looking woman. She's also a loose woman. She's a loose woman who pretends to be good. She pretends that she's Christian. She pretends that she wants to live loose, but then pretend to be a good woman. So she wants all of the benefits of being a loose woman sexually, and then all the benefits relationally of being a good woman. And I was too foolish at the time to recognize that. So anyways, long story short, she ended up fucking around. I started recognizing a lot more toxic behaviors from her. I took accountability on my end for things that I needed to get wrong, and then I grew from it. And she kept trying to come back. She came back to me when I was in another relationship. She hit a DM because it wasn't working. She literally said the guy she was having sex with, that it wasn't man enough. And I'm just like, so why are you coming to me? But no, I didn't say that. I actually fucking fell for it. But the third time, I didn't fall for it. And that's what I want to talk about right now. And it'll just be really quick. This girl, I caught her and I brought it up to her. And she refused to take accountability. So I just started wiping my hands with it. And I was like, listen, you're a piece of shit. I've recognized. You're unwilling to take accountability. Now, keep in mind, this is after I took accountability. So once I realized what I did wrong in the relationship, there wasn't anything left other than what the other person did wrong. And that wasn't about the blame game. It was about me observing what happened in my life and realizing, where do I need to correct myself? And where did I end? And where do they need to correct themselves? But they wasn't my concern. My concern was me. But when the subject came back to me and it came back to topic, I was like, wait, hold on. You didn't do this, and this, and you did this, and this. Why aren't you holding accountability? And then she tried to manipulate me, brush it off, do all the things that loose women do, or women do in general, especially loose women. So I wrote her a poem and said she's like spoiled food or like a dead flower. I was like, you're really pretty at one point and then you spoil. You really taste good at one point and then you spoil. And then 8 months later, which brings me up to last Saturday, she emailed me after these lockdowns started happening. And the reason she emailed me is because I have her number blocked, because I told her to not talk to me again. And she said, she said, are you okay? She made it seem like she was concerned about how I was doing. See what I mean? There's the provoking. Provoking doesn't have to be something to, provocation is just to get some kind of your emotions feeding into them. So she was trying to provoke me in any way. This way was a gentle provoking. So she tried to act like it never happened. And I'm like, do you think I'm stupid? Do you think I don't remember? I quickly forgot the last 2 years of my life and how you made it hell. Okay. So what I did, and this is my advice to you when these women come to the door and the barbarians come, because it will happen, because men are the ones that women lead on in times of difficulty. It's just been too easy lately. So they get delusional and go crazy and think that they can survive without men. And if you can, you can. Good for you. But most of women biologically don't want to survive. They live miserable lives when they live apart from a man's, you know, involvement and influence and leadership and qualities. So, my advice is establish dominance quickly. Do not give free information out to loose women. Do not give free information out to women, period. But definitely be cautious with loose women. So what I told her is, I said, if you send me naked pictures, then I'll respond to your email. So what that did is it did two things. One, it established dominance. It showed who's going to control this, because she didn't have conversational authority. She, desperate, couldn't even get to my phone number, so had to email me. And I saw that and I jumped on it. So I said, send me, give me something and I'll pay you attention, essentially is what I was saying. This is a transaction. I just made my demand I threw it way out there. And the reason why I did that is because when I asked her to stop talking to me, she clearly doesn't when she gets desperate. So now I'm going to start treating her as just scum of the earth. One, because she is. And it's okay. That's not my fault that she let her value dissipate because she went and slept around and she went and cheated on her boyfriends and she went and fucked a dude, got pregnant, and without telling him, went and aborted his baby. Okay? That's why I'm talking to her like this. All right? So you white knight beta simps out there, if you're a little offended, I want you to understand why I did this, okay? This is not my heart. I don't just go out and do that to people. But this woman has a history of intense disrespect towards me. And I had a moment now to to capitalize and, you know, redirect how our relationship's going to go. So she responded by saying, laughing my ass off, I'm sorry I asked. You know, she's backpedaling now. And then I just slammed it in. I said, you're a sorry person in general. Now kindly fuck off. So she has no clue. That did not go how she expected it. Otherwise she wouldn't have reached out to me. She thought I was going to be a beta simp and give her attention so that she felt good because she's at home right now. Can't get attention on Instagram. Can't go out to work. Can't do other things that women have been relying on in the millennial generation. And it's fucking pathetic. And that's my view on it. But what I want to encourage you is women are going to start coming to men. And don't fall for the tricks because they will bait and switch your bitch ass. Anything they are saying is pushing their agenda to lie and manipulate to get a status with you. You know what I mean? Women these days they're not bringing anything. They're not looking to provide you anything. They're looking to get something from you. Even if they have to play this submission role, they're not really submitting to you. They are in a phase where they're desperate. So they're doing whatever it takes through lies and manipulation and provoking to get what they want. So all I'm saying is, as a man, establish dominance immediately and then do with the relationship how it benefits you. And if they're willing to keep up, then that's fine. If they're not, then get rid of them. Otherwise, you're going to end up with a world of problems. That's all I have to say.